Hello everyone, my name is Meisha Duyandini and today I will explore the essential commands in Linux to tell you how to efficiently manage directory and files, control access permission, and even use symbolic links to simplify file management. Okay, I think let's dive into Linux file management and permission. So, here is already study case that the content is a system administrator was asked to set up a working environment for a team of developers. Each student is required to create a directory and file structure according to their identity. So first, we create a directory structure according to the instruction in the question 1A. Create a main directory name underscore nama inside slash home slash mahasiswa. So, to enter home slash mahasiswa, we use the sudo su command. Then we enter and Linux will ask for our password. The password is the same as when we want to enter the Linux at the beginning when we type the password. Linux will not display our password, so we just enter after entering the password. We create the main directory, use mkdir command space name of the directory we will create. Here I create it with my name underscore my name and then enter. Use cd command space the name of the main directory so that we can use the main directory that we create before. Continue to question 1b. Within that directory, create the subdirectory document, code, and arsip. We use mkdir, then curly bracket document point code point arsip for create three subdirectory at once. Question 1C show the result of the directory structure using the appropriate command. And here we use lsl command to display the structure. And what happened on the display is the subdirectory we created before were successfully created. Then we enter the second one, which is file manipulation. For question 2a, create a file called identitas.txt in the document directory, which contain is the following information, nama, name, and prodi. We use the echo a command and double quotes and fill in the information we want to create. Then greater that then sign used as a redirection operator. Then question 2b, copy the identitas.txt file into the arsip directory and rename it to the identitas underscore backup.txt. Use the cp command space name of subdirectory slash file name and space type the subdirectory slash name a file name that has been replaced with identitas underscore backup txt as the place we want to copy. Then lsl arsip to ensure that the file has been successfully copied in the arsip subdirectory and the name of the file that was copied before has been replaced with the new name here. The question to see, move the identitas.txt file to the code directory, we use mv command space subdirectory slash name file and space uh, type the subdirectory name as the place that contains the file that we will move. Then in question 2D, show the content of the identitas underscore backup txt file using the appropriate command to display the content of the identitas underscore backup. We use the cat command space subdirectory name slash file name. And then here's the result of the content in the identitas underscore backup file. Okay, we entered the third one, namely access permission settings. The instruction is grant access rights to the file owner for read and write, while the groups may only read and other user may not access identitas underscore backup.txt. We use the command chmod 640 space the name of the subdirectory slash name of the file that we want to give access right to. The set the file permission to 640, which corresponds to 6 is RW. For the owner, the file owner has read and write permission. And 4 is R. For the group members have read-only permissions. And 0 for others, so the others user have no permission as they cannot read, write, or execute. And LSL command confirm this change by showing RWR. This means only the file owner can read and modify the file. The group member can only read it, and all others user cannot access the file at all. Continue next. The instruction is 3B. Change the ownership of the identitas underscore backup txt file be owned by the root user and the staff group. Command sudo chown root staff space subdirectory slash name slash file name, and then this command can change the ownership of the identitas backup file to be owned by the root to staff. Next, show access permission and file ownership information after change made. We use LSL space subdirectory slash file name, and can be seen here the LSL command confirm the change by showing RWR root and staff, which is before it was changed was RWR and root. Okay, continue to the number 4, which is a symbolic link. And the first instruction is create a file name referensi underscore name txt that contain text is ini adalah dokumen sistem operasi milik my name is Meisha Duanini dengan name my name. We use echo e and double quotes fill in the information is this is ini adalah dokumentasi sistem operasi milik Meisha Duanini dengan NIM 09030132815 and then greater then sign used as a redirection operator. To display the content of the referency underscore name, uh, we use that cat command space and file name, and then that comment can show the field of the file in referency underscore name.txt. Next to the instruction is create a symbolic link to referency underscore name.txt with the name shortcut underscore name.txt. We use LNS referency underscore name.txt space shortcut underscore name.txt. We use as a place for symbolic link and we use LNS for the space of the file name we want to copy, and the space of the file name we use as a place for the symbolic link, and use the LSL command to see that symbolic link has been successfully created in here. Next instruction is display the list of the files in the directory along with their attribute information to make sure the link has been created. We just type LSL because it is asked to see the directory structure, and also make sure that the symbolic link we create before has been successful. And here, there is the subdirectory rsip document code and the file reference underscore name txt, and the shortcut has been linked by reference underscore name txt. Next is the change the content of the reference underscore name txt file to dokumentasi telah diperbarui oleh nama mahasiswa. The content of the referency underscore name file is changed using the echo e command and double quotes. Fill in the information is dokumentasi telah diperbarui oleh Mesya Dwi Andini, and then greater than sign use a redirection operator. In the step A, show the content of the shortcut name txt and what happened, explain. We using cat shortcut underscore name txt, it show the update contents because shortcut underscore name txt is a symbolic link to referency underscore name txt. A symbolic link points to the target file and reflects any change made to the original file. So when the content of the original file reference underscore name txt were updated, the change were also visible when accessing the symbolic link in shortcut underscore name txt, because the symbolic link always refers to the latest version of the target file. Okay, last but not least is 5 is user mask. So I use umask command to check the default umask value on my system is 022, and I change the umask to 027 and create a new file name data with the touch command space file name, and I use lsl command space file name to see the access, which is rwr, and explain how the umask change affect and access permission of the newly created file. So by default, new file in Linux have a permission of 666 is RW, RW, RW. The UMax value subtracts from this default. Initially, the UMax was 0.22, and the result in permission of the RWRR, meaning the owner has read and write access, while group and others have read only access. And after changing the UMass to 027, the permission RWR, the meaning the owner has read and write access, and the group has read only access, and the other have no access. Changing the UMass from 022 to 027 restrict permission by removing write access from the group all access from other. This in change file security by limiting who can read or modify the file. So we have explored how to efficiently manage file and directory, control access permission, and even use symbolic links in Linux. These skills are essential for any system administrator or the developer working in a Linux environment. By applying a proper file management and permission settings, we can ensure better organization, security, and efficiency in our system. Thank you for your attention, everyone. Let's keep learning and mastering Linux together.